What's up, guys? Agent DMV here, or Agent XON, whatever you want to call me. This is going to be one of my more in-depth videos that I record. So, basically, this is my tips for each rank. So, Bronze to Platinum, since that's what I'm in right now. I'm in Plat 2. Background gameplay is my Plat 3 gameplay, though, so, yeah. And then each tip will be like something that'll help you get through that rank specifically, and kind of just help you improve that rank and rank up faster. So keep in mind I'm not the best, but I do think I have enough skill to discuss some basic tips for how to rank up. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna do a little transition so that we can have text and show like what rank we're talking about. Alrighty, so tips for Bronze 4 through Silver 4. I'm gonna say this off the bat. These are literally impossible to not get past. You don't lose a single bit of RP. As long as you have a basic understanding of the game, you could probably get through all of Bronze in less than a day. So keep that in mind. Bronze through Silver is really easy. Now I'm still gonna give tips. Sorry about that. I'm still gonna give tips because some people are new and they're trying to play ranked early, and I don't blame them. Ranked is a lot more fun than pubs, in my opinion. So my basic tips are: know how to play the game. I recommend soloing through Bronze. You don't really need like dedicated teammates unless you really want. If you're doing like a ranked climb with somebody, then you can have teammates. That's all right. But I would recommend just, kind of breezing through it, not stressing too much. This rank doesn't really matter too much. Once you're through Bronze, you get to Silver. Silver gets a bit tougher, so that's why Silver's gonna have a lot more tips. Bronze is super easy though, so don't stress it in Bronze. You don't lose anything in any match. But yeah, Bronze is super easy as long as you know how to basically play the game. Yeah, that's about it. Just remember to have a basic understanding, and then you'll easily breeze through Bronze. Alright, Silver. So, Silver is when you start losing RP if you die before getting points. So this is when the term negative RP is gonna be starting. I'm gonna start using that more, and positive RP. So positive RP means you're gaining RP that much. Negative means you're losing. So whenever you start a game, you'll be in negative RP by 12, I believe, is how much you lose at the beginning of a game. So to get rid of that negative RP, you have to gain points by either eliminating, assisting, which means doing damage, or like scanning somebody and then your teammate killing them. Keep in mind, if you like damage somebody or scan them as Crypto or Bloodhound, if an enemy kills them, it will not count for assist. So keep that in mind. So basically in Silver, what you want to do, all the tips from Bronze carry over, by the way. So like if I say a tip in Silver, it carries on all the way to Platinum, I should say. No tips should be left behind in this. So, Silver is basically Bronze, but you need a little bit more skill. As long as you're like past level like 40, I'd say Silver will be pretty easy. See, I'm talking about this from my standpoint as a level 300, so it's kind of hard to say like, oh, it's easy. I'm trying to think of it from other people's perspectives, since there is new players coming into the game from Switch. So I'd say Silver's easy. For most people, it is easy. But Gold and Platinum are some of the hardest ranks in the game to get through as a beginner through, like, even seasoned players. It takes them a bit to get through both of those. So Silver, Bronze, really easy ranks. Just make sure you have good decision making, and you have a really at least decent understanding of the game by the time you're in this rank. So we're about to get into the more serious big boy ranks after this, so prepare because there's a lot of tips up ahead. But my tips for silver: basic, a little bit more advanced understanding of the game. Know what decisions are good to make. Know which ones aren't. Um, know what guns you want to use. I should probably bring this up now before I do it later. Weapons you want to use, honestly, go into firing range. Say, okay, I like this gun, I like that gun. Use that gun. My personal picks for guns would probably be Spitfire, Eva 8, Auto, the R99, Volt, R301, and Mastiff. Those are currently the best guns in the game, from what I understand. And if you rather snipe, best sniping weapons, Kraber, 30-30 triple take, I believe. And if you have pretty good aim, I welcome you to use the Sentinel. But that's a very skilled gun, so keep that in mind. And then landing spots. I should say these two as well before I move on. You want to land at places that are either nobody goes. So this changes from game to game since different paths for the dropship. Sometimes, like, so the place I went to in the background footage, I went to, I think it's called Repulsor, and I just stayed in the Repulsor area, went to map room a bit for the scan. And see, that's what you want to do. I think the best place to land is where Repulsor and Hydrodam are. If it's like a hot drop your game, don't land there. Horrible decision. Never hot drop in ranked. This covers all ranks, even bronze. It's gonna take way too much risk, and you don't want to make risk in rank. The only thing you want to risk is actually nothing. You only want to make risks when you're in positive RP. So like if you're in negative RP and you're pushing every fight, that's a horrible decision. Maybe you're in negative RP and you are landing at hot drops. That's what makes you fall down the ranks very fast. And yeah, that's about it. Gold is where it gets a lot more interesting, so be prepared because I got a mouthful for gold. Alrighty, hardest rank aside from everything platinum and above. Gold is where I mean a lot of players get stuck. So this is going to be one of the longer sections of the video, along with Platinum, since Platinum is also a place where a lot of people get stuck. So, Gold 4, it's a very, very big gate to pass out of. So, basically, I would say you need to be very seasoned to get through Gold, which, if you guys don't know what season means, it just means, like, pretty good, like, 7 out of 10 player. Me personally, as a level 300 that has animated plat last season, I know how hard gold is. I spent at least a week and a half on gold. So, that really shows how hard gold is. You could spend so long on it and only progress so little. The reason why gold is so hard, you're losing, I believe, 24 RP a game. So you'll be in negative RP even after 2 kills or 2 assists. By the way, I forgot to mention this. Assists are the same amount of points as kills. So, I'd recommend playing Legends. Oh yeah, I should probably bring up Legends now, who you should play. Legends consist of Bloodhound, because Bloodhound and Crypto, both of them, you should play. If you scan somebody, if somebody kills that person that you scanned within 12 seconds of scanning, you will get assist points if they are your teammate that kills them. So that's very useful. Also, they're really good for knowing a lot of locations and controlling those end zones. Horizon is good for solo and like soloing through ranked and for team play because she's just very good in all ways. Wraith and Bango for W keying, of course. Gibraltar is good right now. After his nerf, I'm not sure how he will perform. His nerf just came out, so I haven't played him that much since the recent nerf. So I can't really give insight on whether you should still play him. I think he's still good. I got a 2K on him yesterday, so I think he's still pretty good, and I got triple on him. So I think he's very good still, but that's kind of up to preference. Octane, as you can see in the background, he's very good if you're playing solo because you don't really need to communicate much as Octane because he's just like if you want to push a fight you can, if you want to escape a fight you can. He's just so easy to play and can get you through ranks very easily. So I'd recommend him a lot if you're playing solo without like friends or teammates. So that's all the legends I'd say that you should play. My teammate here is playing Rampart. I wouldn't quite recommend that, but Rampart can be good. As you can see right here, Sheila and the Amped Walls uh, are pretty decent. But oh yeah, I forgot to mention if you rather camp for like placement points, placement RP because you get RP every placement after 10 squads. Watson, Loba, Caustic is the squad you want to do because that squad is just camping very easily. Loba can get you loot from anywhere near you, and you could set up a location very fast and easy. So that's about it for gold. But here's tips, by the way. Um, a lot of these tips are applying to platinum now. Some of these tips like carry over like a much. So, first of all, if your teammates are pushing a fight that you don't think is a good idea, don't push with them. You don't have to push with them if you feel like it's a bad idea because it might lead to negative RP. Only push people if you're confident that you could win the fight or if you're in at least 30 positive RP. That's what I do at least. Um, Make sure to kind of pepper people, which basically means just kind of like get them at least halfway shield broke, like from distance before you push, just so that you know that fight is a little bit more on your behavior. I mean, a little more on your side. I don't know how to word it. But, that's about it for gold. Now we're moving on to, in my opinion, the hardest rank aside from Masters, Platinum, etc. So now we're going to move on to Platinum. Prepare, because this is the hardest rank. Alrighty, hardest rank in the game, no doubt about it. Platinum. At least, in my opinion, it's the hardest rank. So, Platinum is for the most seasoned of players. Okay. You need to be at least, I'm saying at least, level like 150 if you want to get anywhere past Platinum IV. The reason why I'm saying Platinum is so hard, you lose 36 RP, which is a lot in ranked, each time you fail a match. So in this, your decision making needs to be on point. You have to have very good decision making. You have to have really good gameplay. Like you have to be very good at the game. You have to know decent movement. You have to know really good aim. You have to have really good aim. You need to know what guns you like, what characters you like, and just everything matters in Platinum. I'm in Platinum 2, and I have had so many years where I was like, I'm gonna give up. But now we need to talk about mindset, okay? When your mindset in ranked is just don't give up. Even if it seems like you're falling so much RP and you're getting negative RP every single game, don't give up. Unless you truly think that it's hurting your mentality about video games in general, you need to keep going, man. It might seem like it's a bad idea, but I was in Plat 4 and I was stuck, and now I'm in Plat 2, almost Plat 1, and I'm getting like 100 RP a day, and that's how I'm doing. I'm making sure I play in even amounts. I'll play a few games of pubs in the morning to kind of warm up. I'll play enough ranked to get at least 100 RP for the day. Then I'll take a break from ranked from the day. Because if I get 100 RP every day up until final day of the split, I will end up getting diamond. going off of the math I did a few days ago. So your mentality should never fall because of maybe one or two losses. Even if you have a ton of losses in a row, it shouldn't matter. Just keep going. Uh, yeah. So platinum is hard rank. Now this is when I'm gonna start recommending certain legends that feel a bit odd. Loba. Loba has been growing in the meta right now, and I don't blame it. Loba's in a really good spot right now in the meta, and I would definitely recommend her. My best game ever in ranked was the background gameplay I'm showing right now. It's not the full game, um, but actually no, this isn't it. I got it like I think it was a 2K like 6 kill Loba game with ease without trying that much in I think higher up Platinum 3. So see there were 7 squads left and I was still in negative RP. So I'm pretty sure if I get placement points for the next by the way, this is what you want to be thinking in your head the whole time. Okay. I have I'm negative RP by 16. There's 7 squads left. If 3 or 4 squads die, I'll have enough placement to be out of negative RP. So after that, that's when I might want to start pushing fights for a little bit extra RP. That's what you want to be thinking. You'll be thinking, oh, final zone. Map room is just right there, and the storm is ticking. Well, the ring, I should call it, is ticking for not that much. We could scan map room and get a free, some free data, basically. So you want to keep thinking a bunch of things that would help you in every situation. Like, oh, I could pick up this R9, or I could pick up this Sentinel. And you see, in that like situation, it completely depends on how the game is going right now. If there's a lot of high ground and like long distance fights, you could go for the Sentinel. Or if you rather push a lot of fights and get mid range and close range easy engagements, you'd take the R9. So you want to have a lot of thinking go into every move you do. You don't want to make a move after thinking for about half a second, because that's not a lot of thinking, is it? Now, the way I pick fights in Platinum, fight things if you're confident, like 100%, 110% confident that you will win that fight. Like, if there's a whole squad of people with level 500 heirloom, they look absolutely cracked and they're wall bouncing for fun, probably shouldn't fight that. I mean, yeah, they're distracted, but that's probably not a good decision if you don't think that they're, well, if you don't think you would be able to win that fight. So that's kind of how I think of it as. Don't do things without any thought. Make sure to put at least, at least, like 10 seconds of thought into each decision. Because that's what gets you a lot of RP. So, now we're going to talk about end games. So end games are basically any time after like 5 squads left. That's when things get serious. That's when you're in positive RP by a little bit probably, unless you've gotten a lot of kills. So if you've mainly been going for placement, you'll be out of negative by then. From what I can understand. Like, yeah, you'll be out of negative by then. So that's when you gotta start focusing and be like, okay, if I could outlast these. Oh yeah, by the way, placement point for second place is 20 points. So if you're just camping, at least go for second place and try not to reveal yourself. So basically, let's just say it's end of game, and you're in a building with a caustic and a rampart. They're your teammates, and you're playing Loba. I'm just going to describe the situation we're about to be in right now in the background gameplay. 2 teams are on the southwest of you and on the northwest of you. Do you fight them, or do you kind of take damage on them, but you can't really kill them, or else, like, you could push them, or you could kind of just tap fire them and get them a bit peppered. So in my situation, and you'll see in a few seconds, this exact thing happened. So what I did, I was peppering the people that were northwest, and I was peppering the people that were northeast. Because you can't really kill people that have cover from that angle unless you push. So you kind of have to think like, okay, I don't want to push this, but I could pepper and possibly kill them from enough pepper damage. Uh, so like kind of position yourself around the ring. See, we know where the ring is, so we know, okay, this building is a good place to start setting up caustic traps and rampart cover. So that kind of like gameplay and mindset is what gets you the win. Honestly, in this game right here, I was playing very well. I was making very good decisions most of the time. My one mistake though is that I was standing. I wasn't even crouching right next to the window, but then I noticed I was like, oh yeah, probably should crouch because there is people that were near that window. So that caustic, he decided to push. Bad decision on his part since we had a cover right there. So as you guys can see, I wasn't crouching and that got me knocked. But I have good teammates that know, okay, it's a good decision to res right now because nobody's going to push because the caustic is patrolling this little area, this little room. So I decide to medkit, and then I see, okay, I'm slightly low on heals, and I'm pretty sure my rampart is burning through ammo, so I'm going to put down my ult soon. But I didn't know when, so I decided to wait until my shield bat was done, and then I wanted to put it down. So, put down that. Now my teammates have infinite supply of ammo until that infinite supply also runs out. Sorry for the background noise. So basically, after all that, um, after all this decision making, you'll know, okay, this is how we get the win. So, yeah, that's about it for Platinum. I'm going to do a few more tips. So, teammates decided to push. Uh, Not the best decision, I'd say. I think we should have stayed in the building. We had a really good position right there. But they did push and they did win that fight. So I decided to jump drive back to here because we had a cover on the roof from earlier. So you see, like our teammates are planning ahead. They're putting things like traps down and knowing, okay, this will probably be useful later. So that cover was really useful since there was guys near that pipe over there. So now we're kind of confused where these last guys are. We know that we're at this building. Then my teammate spots some of them. So I crouch over to here, and I see that little crypto drone. So I noticed, okay, he was shooting at that drone. So that means he does not know the enemy's location, but he does know that they have a crypto. So analyzing that, so as you guys can see, I kind of dropped my Evo, and you're probably like, why did he do that? If there's an EMP and you have time, drop your Evo. Wait till the EMP is done. Pick it back up. You won't waste any cells because it won't damage the Evo. So I see that in there. I'm like, okay, an almost ready Evo. I'm gonna take that. So I take it. I shield bat, and then I need 32 damage. So I think, okay, I need to pepper some people just to get me to 32. Now I hear footsteps and I see guys at the window. So then I pepper them, and now I'm at red Evo. So I go back here. I hit a couple shield cells just to get my red Evo full. And that was not on purpose, I accidentally closed my black market. I was pressing on my D-pad and I accidentally pressed the down arrow on my D-pad. So that's not very good, but you know. So this was like my prime of Platinum. I got through Plat 3 in less than a day. I think Plat 3 is the easiest part of Plat. I'd say the hardest would either be Plat 4 or 2. I haven't been in Plat 1 yet, so I can't really speak for that. So like I'm just analyzing what's happening in the game right now. That Loba made a big mistake by doing that. She had 3 teams that had tunnel vision on her, so that was not a good decision on her part. She got absolutely lasered. I'm pretty sure that Loba had self-res, and then she self-resed, and then, yeah. So that was kind of bad since nobody else had an angle except for those 3 teams that were all on the other side of that rock that she climbed down. So I oh my god. I put my ult back down. And I'm like, okay, I need a bit of light ammo. And then I see a Kraber, but I accidentally take it, not noticing it has 0 ammo. And then I look at my inventory, I'm like, oh, I think, oh yeah, that was not a good decision now that I see that. So it'll take me seconds to a couple. I'm like, oh yeah, no ammo. So then I go back to my black market. I pick up my Mastiff and get back all my attachments. Then this guy starts peppering me because he sees that I'm kind of like, what's it, distracted. I see that guy at the window, and I hit him for 80, and then his friend comes around the corner. I'm like, okay, no, probably shouldn't go for that. I didn't draw my Evo here because I was looting a box that had good stuff, so I didn't really want to give up on a box. There's guys down the stairs that my teammate started shooting at, but I wasn't looking at my teammate, so that's on my hand. But then I noticed that those guys down there probably would have went through that door, so I kind of put the clues together. Teammate shooting down the staircase, and then people being down there. That's how I thought, okay, throw a thermite down there, kind of hold them, kind of gatekeep right there for a bit. I pull out the Peacekeeper just so that it's fully loaded. Because, you know, you don't want to have a unloaded Peacekeeper whenever you're about to start a fight. So, this is a very intense endgame, so I might let this play out, but yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Kind of just take tips from this endgame, and then think, okay, what could have you done better? What could you not have? I mean, this is a really good endgame. This is almost flawless endgame. I didn't make many mistakes. Yeah, I'm gonna let this play out. Thank you guys for watching. As always, DFTBA. Hope you guys have been liking these more edited videos instead of like hour streams daily. I think this is better content, but yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna let this play out. Bye bye. I guess. The damage doesn't matter. He still lived longer.
Yeah, and I was a kill compared to you. You got a big fat 0 kills, and I got the big number 1 kill.
You would not even kill him if I told you to.
I was subject to you.
Well, I probably would still anyway, because he was there.
Oh yeah,
Still,
maybe.
I would be able to run past him and like, up my agility.
Taking fire. It's about to be an Olympus, by the way.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna voice over this audio because I actually kind of hurt my ears because I screamed so loud. I was so happy I got the win. But I'm gonna dub over this part just so that you guys don't have to hurt your ears because my ears were ringing for like an hour afterwards. So I'm just gonna not talk for your own sake. 1.2 thousand damage, 4 kills. Hey, sorry for the interruption, but that was not 1.2 thousand damage. I was looking at my Ramparts damage. I'm running out of background gameplay of Apex, so I decided to put this 14-second Fortnite clip. 139 RP, baby.